Afternoon. Nothing to say. Lockdown week 4. And Krakatoa's exploded. You know, just... what more can you say? Earth is not happy with us right now. But in other news, we're playing games. I bought this one ages ago, but I haven't played it yet. So we shall see what it's like. I do like a pixel art point and click adventure. To be honest, I don't mind any sort of point and click adventure. It doesn't need to be pixel art. So let's crack straight on. Sci-fi Nordic Noir, it's described as. So I'm expecting sci-fi. Dark storyline perhaps, and maybe some Nordic influences, Sweden, Finland, that sort of area. Let's have a look. Game uses automatic saves. Decisions are permanent. Make your choices carefully. Right. This game also contains occasional fast flashing images, which may cause discomfort or trigger seizures if you have photosensitive epilepsy. Well, I don't, but if you do, bear that in mind.
So, what's with the gloomy look? Left someone dear behind?
Yeah. You could say that.
Been there. So, Nord Sunday, you better buckle up. We've got some nasty weather coming in.
I heard. Sadly, caring about storms is a luxury people in my line of work are rarely afforded.
Oh, and what kind of work is that?
Special Agent, Violent Crimes. Central Bureau.
Well, shit.
Oh, shit. If I'm in the way, I'll turn myself off. I'd move myself around, but there's too much effort. I just press a button and turn it off and it's fine. And it looks like I am in the way because you can't see the menu. It's down here. So, there we go. I'm off. No one's worrying about me anyway.
This is a restricted crime scene.
At ease, Constable. A Special Agent England here. Hi there, I'm Vera. Your superior briefed you about me, right? Vera England, Central Bureau. How should we approach him? Because it looks like we're going straight in. The authoritarian, you know, at ease, Constable. Special Agent England here. Let's go with the sort of middle ground. Hi there, I'm Vera. Your superior briefed you about me, right?
Hi there, I'm Vera. Your superior briefed you about me, right?
You're Agent England? Well, I'm Gabriel.
So, Gabriel, murders are rare in places like this, right?
You can say that again.
Yeah, I get it. Mind telling me about the attack?
The victim is Carl Oscarson, age 33, stabbed to death by an unknown assailant. He worked here as a carpenter and was found early this morning by a coworker who's sitting over there by the window.
Right, so his friend's sitting down. Right, what we've got here. Tutorial. Vera's personality. Vera can advance 3 distinct personality traits. Empathetic, assertive, analytical. Okay, so we've got this triangle here, and it matches this triangle down here. Your choices will influence all 3, affecting the course of the story and the tools at your disposal. Advancing one personality trait always weakens the other 2, so make your choices carefully. Okay.
Sorry about the state of the crime scene. We're not used to this sort of thing.
I get it, but I gotta tell you that this isn't up to par. Follow my lead, alright? Evidently, this entire room should have been evacuated. Staying clear of the body would have decreased the risk of contaminating evidence. Oh, don't worry about it, Constable. This looks, quite typical. Yeah, let's go with the, I get it, but I gotta tell you that this isn't up to par. Follow my lead.
I get it, but I gotta tell you that this isn't up to par. Follow my lead, alright?
Will do, ma'am. Happy to assist in any way you need.
Good to hear. Now, give me a second while I examine the body.
Sure, I'll be here.
Okay, another tutorial. Vera's personality. This choice has amplified Vera's assertive side. There will be many instances like this, strengthening one personality trait at the expense of the other two.
So, is this where you use your X-ray vision?
My
X-ray
what?
vision? What?
Come on, you have to be aware of the rumors. How agents like you are supposed to be equipped with some kind of advanced cybernetics.
I like advanced cybernetics as much as the next man. Let's just say I'm good at what I do. We'll leave it at that. The Central Bureau has a strict no-comment policy on those types of inquiries. I'd love to talk about that, Gabriel, but I'd be breaking the rules. Sorry. Let's go with the middle
The Central
ground again.
Bureau has a strict no-comment policy on those types of inquiries.
I bet it does. Well, let's carry on.
Use the left mouse button to walk and interact with objects. Spacebar tab, hold tab, display interactables in the room. Click once on an inventory item to examine it, or drag and drop it to combine it with other things. Pretty much classic, but that does the old interactables. We'll try to use this as little as possible. Click on this button to bring up my empathetic path of Balder, assertive path of Tyr, analytical path of Frigg. I've got my handgun, my notebook. Your notebook contains two sections, notes and people. You can click the arrow in the corner to toggle them. You can show inventory items during dialogue by simply clicking on them. So, notes, people.
My picture of Alex. I miss him. My service pistol. It fires conventional projectiles using magnetic propulsion. It's loaded with 600 rounds of compressed alloy ammunition. The battery's the limiting factor, lasting for about 80 shots in quick succession.
600 rounds? That's a lot of rounds in a pistol. Right, what we have here? Forensic scanner, biometric analyzer, muscle boost, locked augmentation. So I need to look at, investigate the corpse.
Alright, we've got multiple knife-sized stab wounds to the chest. I don't see a murder weapon, so I take it none was found at the scene?
That's right. All knives and sharp tools in the building have been accounted for, too.
It looks like the victim was attacked directly from the front. I don't see any major defense wounds, so this was either a surprise attack, or the victim knew the perpetrator. What about any potential suspects, Constable? Did Carl have enemies?
None as far as we know. He seemed to be well liked among the guys here, but the man who found him might know more.
There was a photo in his chest pocket.
In the lower right corner are your augmentations, toggled with a single mouse click. Experiment with your augs to learn how they work. Additional tutorials will appear when needed. Later on, you will unlock different augs depending on how you have shaped Vera's personality. Oakley dokley. So,
I already examined him.
fine, let's do one of these augs. What's this do? Drag and drop the scanner to move it around. Anomalies viewed through the lens will light up in a bright colour. This scanner is now in smart scan mode, where forensic anomalies are detected from the surrounding environment. Okay, so blood on his hands, for example. Blood. What happens if I let go there? Oh, it analyses, okay. Deceased male, age 32, plus or minus 4 years, blood type B, estimated time of death, hours, DNA prints, and blade shape added to data vault. Stuff that's appeared up at the top. Collected scanner samples will be added to your data vault and can be attached to the scanner for a targeted search. Unlike smart scan, samples will allow detection in areas with a lot of contamination, such as picking up specific fingerprints in a room of prints. Keep in mind that you won't find any new samples this way, so remember to use Smart Scan Mode 2. What happens if I click on it? Analyzing. Match data pattern. Matching data, DNA. Does it just take that information then? Archived report, deceased male. Let's scan that bit then. Analyzing. Matching data, DNA for Carl's bio. So he's got Carl's blood on his hands. What does the biometric analyzer do? Your biometric analyzer will automatically lock on to nearby targets. You can also click the lock icon on your target to force the analyzer to stay connected. Lastly, the biometric output may display emotional anomalies during dialogue. Click on them to make them known to Vera before they disappear. So I can sort of lock Vera. I need to talk to this worker anyway. Be quick and to the point. He doesn't look happy to be here. Take your time, console the clearly distressed man. Begin by asking about his bloody hands. Looks can deceive. If he's guilty, stalling would give him a chance to come up with a lie. I have a feeling that they won't have the actual murderer right here, right now. You know, first room and all. Wrong. Let's take time.
Hey there. What's your name?
I'm Alfred, Carl's friend. Well, we were friends. Now he's gone.
Are you doing okay? Do you have somebody to talk to after this?
I'll be okay. Please just ask your questions so I can go home.
Right, so I'm assuming I can click on various notes and it will ask him questions about that. So let's ask him about Carl.
Can you tell me a little bit about Carl?
Sure. I've known him since I started
here?
working here 4 years ago. We instantly hit it off. He had a great sense of humor. He used to be so cheerful, you know? Always kidding around, always with a smile on his face. But then about a year ago, something happened. He became absent-minded and humorless. I know people can change, but this came seemingly from nowhere.
Huh. What do you think caused the shift?
No idea. Whatever it was, he wouldn't confide in me about it.
Okay, so if I ask him about the police officer.
What's your opinion on the policeman over there?
Gabriel is a good man. He's been a cop in Nordsund for quite a while.
It crosses them off during the conversation, so I don't have to keep track of them myself, I guess. Let's ask him about the murder.
Why don't you tell me about what happened this morning?
Okay. I get up early from my morning smoke. I keep my smokes in my locker, so I came in here. I saw Carl lying in the corner. It was still kind of dark, so I thought he'd fallen and hurt himself. I ran over to him. That's when I noticed the blood, and I guess I was kind of in shock, so I tried to stop the bleeding, but then I felt how cold he was. I yelled for help. The guys came running, and then Josef, our foreman, sent someone to go get the police.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Carl alive?
Late last night, around midnight. He stayed up with us playing cards, which is unusual.
Unusual? How so?
Well, it was rare for Carl to stick around in the evenings. He usually went out by himself.
Oh. Do you know where he used to go?
No idea. He didn't talk much about that. Maybe he went to the canteen to meet some friends. Anyway, Carl seemed a bit anxious last night. He seemed distracted.
Got it. Thanks for the info.
Okay, so I've got nothing else that I can talk to him about. Show him this photo. The photo is in Carl's pocket.
I should look at it myself first. That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
So I'll look at it myself.
It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman, taken fairly recently by the look of it. He's holding hands with the woman, but I can't discern her face. Too much damage to the photo. She's wearing a brass necklace. Could be relevant.
Right.
A few
Now
more
let's show
questions,
him.
if I may. Have a look at this picture. Do you know who the woman is?
Yeah, that's just some old girlfriend of Carl's from ages ago.
Is that so? It doesn't look that old. At least Carl looks about the same.
Guess
Emily
the guy
Locke.
aged well. Any other questions?
Okay, logically explain that he has nothing to gain by being deceptive. Be stern about it, he's clearly being dishonest. Try to appeal to his conscience. Let's go with logical.
You should know that it would not serve your best interests to hide information from me. By refusing to cooperate, you'll force me to escalate the situation with a formal interrogation at the police station. None of that is necessary. I'm only interested in finding Carl's murderer.
I'm sorry. I gave him a promise. Well, the lady in the photo, Carl is still seeing her. Well, I suppose.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you tell me that from the beginning?
It was a secret. Carl said they would both get in trouble if anybody knew.
Why would they get into trouble? An affair?
I didn't ask, but yeah, it could be.
All right. Tell me everything you know about this woman.
Carl said she lived somewhere north of town, but that's all I know.
Okay, I believe you.
Right. I think that's all I can ask
That's enough questions for now.
him for now.
Okay.
Could potentially ask the police officer.
Gabriel,
Yeah?
At the same sort of things. See if he knows anything. Can ask him about himself.
what can you tell me about yourself?
Not much to tell. I grew up here in Nordsund, and all my family is here. The commissary is my uncle. He's always been the one who encouraged me to become a policeman.
So, how long have you been a cop?
8 years now.
Wow, 8? Must have started young.
Yep, started as a trainee at age 16.
I see.
Ask him about the mystery
Do you know
woman.
anything about a woman who was seeing Carl?
I'm afraid not. I didn't know Carl myself.
Can I show him the photo?
Do you know who the woman in this photo is?
Too hard to tell. Sorry.
Okay, so that's...
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Right, can I use... Is there anything else? Oh, hello. Scan away. Matching data, fingerprints.
Okay,
For Carl's
that must
file.
be Carl's locker.
Okay, so let's... see if we can get into the locker.
Locked. Doesn't look incredibly strong, though. I might be able to get it open with enough force.
I have an augment down here that says muscle boost. I bet if I use it and then open the locker... Muscle boost increases your strength for a limited time. Interact with your target before the timer runs out, or it will need time to recharge.
Jeez, try not to wreck the place.
I'm a...
No reason for alarm. I just needed to get this locker open.
It's strong. Okay, let's have a look. We've got boots and a coat. Let's look at the boots.
A pair of large boots with dirt under them.
Wonder if we scan the boots? Scan the coat, but it looks like there's nothing on the boots, so let's scan the coat. Matching data DNA, so it's definitely Carl.
A pair of
the
large boots with dirt under them.
Have a look at the coat then.
There was a
Have a
piece of
rummage.
paper in one of the inner pockets. The note looks like it was written by a woman. It reads, "Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses."
I mean, anything.
I already searched that.
But it might be important later on. So let's talk to this guy. Maybe talk to him about the note.
A few more questions, if I may.
Bring the analyzer back, because he might get worried about something. Let's show him the note.
Do you know who wrote this note to Carl?
Afraid not. I don't recognize the handwriting.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Not helpful then. Our Police officer.
Gabriel.
Maybe he'd recognize the handwriting?
I found this in Carl's coat. What do you make of it?
Not sure. But it's a bit strange that the person who wrote this couldn't just tell him face to face.
Maybe they didn't want to risk being seen together. Or the note's author needed to leave in a hurry.
Yeah, could be.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Alright, is there anything else to examine here?
A row of
Lockers
personal
in
lockers
general.
for the workers here. The second one from the left belongs to Carl.
This isn't anything, neither is that. Examine the soda fountain.
Looks pre-collapse, basically a glorified corner lamp. There's a coin slot on the side with a coin stuck in it. I can probably pull it out using some extra strength.
Do I need a coin?
Got the coin. It's an old pre-collapse coin. No one would accept it as payment today.
Okay. Got a coin though. Does my forensic analyzer? I was in the wrong analyzing mode before. Soil contains traces of rare flora.
I could go and follow up on the saffron lead now, but I should check out the dormitory first.
Saffron crocus, crocus sativus. Boot print added to data vault. Keep forgetting to be in smart scan certain things. Going to boot print, is there anything on the floor? Okay, can I scan vending machine? No. Let's talk to Alfred about the boot
A few more
print or
questions, if I
the
may.
crocus stuff. Must remember to get my biometric analyzer out.
Do you know anything about saffron plants?
Nope. I know we grow them in Nordson, but that's it.
Okay, I'll have to
That's
ask
enough
the policeman.
questions for now.
Police officer. Officer Gabriel, can you tell me about saffron plants?
Gabriel,
Yeah?
do you know anything about saffron plants?
I know we grow them here in Nordsund, but I'm not sure exactly where. We have vegetables all over.
Not very helpful, actually, in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Right, so we've got to Nordsund and to the dormitory. Now, she said that she could head to Nordstrom straight away, but she wanted to check out the dormitory, so we're going to do that first.
Hey, I'm gonna go check out the dorm. Where's Carl's bed?
Turn left and then go straight. I left the light on so it'd be easy for you to find.
Gotcha. Be right back.
Dormitory. Locker room. Bag here. Bunk beds. Desk, chest. Ventilation tube. This is Carl's area. Scan everything first. Smart scan hasn't picked it at all. Let's scan for Carl's DNA. Matching, yeah. This. Matching, good. On the right hand drawer. Why would there be some there on the ventilation shaft? Matching data, fingerprints.
Huh. There are a lot of prints around a panel on the air duct.
A little on the odd side. Now, I'll go to the boot print. Does that find anything? And blade shape, I'm not expecting to find anything. And there wasn't. Okay, smart scan. Have a look at the bag then.
Dirty laundry. Smells like machine oil.
Nice.
Both beds look recently used.
And this desk drawer.
Pens and paper. Nothing out of the ordinary. Clean clothes and sheets. Nothing interesting.
Have a look at this ventilation tube
The panel
then.
is screwed on tight. I'll need some way of getting it loose.
I need a screwdriver maybe? Where can I get a screwdriver? Maybe Gabriel can tell me. Or Alfred. Alfred looks like a workman.
A few more questions, if I
Maybe
may.
he'd know.
Hey, do you happen to know where I can get a screwdriver?
Well, okay, I have one. I'll need it back, though.
Sure.
He has one.
Thanks.
He's going to lend it to me. That's helpful.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
A double click also makes him move really quick. I guess it's
It's the screwdriver that Alfred lent me.
drag and drop. Yeah.
There was a small key hidden inside the duct. I think I'm almost done here. I should just talk to Gabriel before I go. A small, unique-looking key.
We don't know what the key's for because the desk is
I
unlocked.
already searched that.
As is the chest. So let's go. She said speak to Gabriel, and I'll give Alfred his screwdriver back. Might talk to him about the key as well.
Here's your screwdriver back. Thanks for lending it to me.
You're welcome. Happy to help.
But now I want to talk
A few more
to you
questions, if I may.
about this key.
Any idea of what this key opens?
Nope, haven't seen a key like that before.
Okay.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Right, let's go talk to Gabriel and see if Gabbers has some
Hey,
information.
I think
for
I'm
me.
done here.
Oh, okay. Mind sharing your findings?
It seems like the murder could be tied to a secret relationship Carl had with a woman. But I'm leaving all options open.
Sounds reasonable. Do you have a lead to follow up on?
Yes, I have reason to believe that Carl recently passed through an area with saffron plants somewhere in Nordsund. Maybe I can correlate that with Carl's movements to the north of town when seeing that woman.
Good. Meanwhile, we'll transport the body to the morgue and have an autopsy performed as soon as possible. Do you want us to keep the area sealed off?
No need. I'm done here and won't come back. You can let the men get back to
okay.
work.
Very well.
That's a
I'll
good
let them
thing
know.
for.
By the way, how do I get to the police station from here?
Just head straight east outside.
I'll wait till they
You'll
finish
see it.
talking.
Got it. See you later.
The point and click adventures to let you know you don't have to come back here. That's quite good. I like that. Can I show him the key?
Any idea of what this key could open?
Nope, but it looks small. Some kind of drawer, maybe a filing cabinet or something?
I wonder if it's his locker key. And I've just broken the locker open. Oh well, let's go to Nordsund. Right, so what's going on over here? There's a museum, policeman and a worker. That's an elevator. town square. Let's go talk to these two guys here.
Hey, what's happening here?
Bit of an electrical problem with some fallen power lines. It's being taken care of, but it'll be a while.
So I can't enter the museum?
Well, you can, but only if electrocution is something you enjoy during working hours.
Electrocution, that's funny. So when can you have this fixed? Will there also be incineration? I prefer my electrocutions to be followed by intense burning. What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage?
What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage?
Oh, we've had a windy week. An old tree fell down and ripped down a major power line. It's in a tricky spot, and due to how the grid is built up, I can't cut the power safely without affecting half the town.
Sounds like a flawed design. Is that typical for electrical grids these days?
Not really. This power grid is quite old, constructed shortly after the collapse. That meant they had to improvise. They couldn't just clone existing power systems at the time, since those were reliant on service robots with negligible safety concerns. So yeah, now I'm paying the price. The whole thing is riddled with hacks and workarounds, each one more dangerous than the next.
I see. I don't envy such a hazardous work environment. How long will it take you to fix?
Hard to say, but it should be done by tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks.
Okay, so tomorrow morning I could probably come back and go into the museum. Talk to the policeman then.
Hello, Deputy. What are you guarding?
The residence of the first murder victim. The commissary told me to direct you to his office before going upstairs.
I see. I'll go find him and come back later then.
Sounds good, Agent.
So where does the elevator lead? That be down into a mine?
I don't need to go down to the ground right now.
Down to the ground? Suggests I'm up in the air? Okay. Town square?
All right, so this is the town square. That building with the emblem must be the police station.
This one here. Canteen, school, clinic, sculpture, north, police station. Obviously to town entrance. I need to talk to the police guy first, so I'll go there straight away. Check out these other places afterwards.
I'm surprised the Bureau got their thumb out of their ass. It's not like they could find Nordson on a map.
I, for one, am grateful for their help. From what I hear, the person they sent is young, but quite capable.
Optimistic as always, eh, Kurt? I guess we'll see. Agent Anglin, we've been expecting you.
Councilwoman, I was told you'd be my bureau contact here.
That's correct. I'm Stina Ruth, and this here is Kurt Anderson, police commissary.
Welcome, Agent. Enjoy your trip to the middle of nowhere?
It was a bit bumpy, and way longer than I expected.
Yeah, that train has seen better days. You'll find your luggage in your quarters, just through the door behind me.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
So, you were probably confused as hell when we sent you straight to a crime scene, right?
Kind of. I thought I was supposed to investigate a murder from last week.
You were, but unfortunately a second killing required your urgent attention. I assume there is some Bureau procedures before I brief Agent England about the situation?
Yes. Why don't you head to your office, and I'll send this youngling on her merry way when we're done.
Very well.
I was actually
It's a
here.
pleasure to meet you, Agent.
Likewise. I'm a bit confused here. Who do I report to?
Only to me as overseer of this district. The local police are at your disposal since they're legally required to aid you in the investigation.
Got it. How would you like me to share my findings with you?
Face to face, in the evenings. The balcony inside the local canteen is a good place to meet.
Okay. I think I have
It's
what I
very
need.
clandestine.
I'll go talk to the commissary.
Good. We'll catch up later. Oh, but I have to ask. Tell me, how was it for you?
What do you mean?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
I honestly
We've
don't.
both done it.
Oh, you mean the augmentation? the nanofluid injection.
Sticking to the boring scientific terms, aren't we? Back in my time, we used to just call it taking the blue. Come on, let this old lady live a little. Tell me, how was your first kiss with the blue?
I felt an amazing sense of belonging, like I was connected to everything and everyone around me. Like a sudden rush, filling my limbs and body, followed by a sense of power and determination. A sense of enlightenment and acute awareness washed over me, a crystal clear lucidity I had never felt before. Well, as I've personally never taken nanofluids, I don't know how it's going to feel, so I'm going to just choose one. Sense of belonging. Let's go with that one.
I felt an amazing sense of belonging. Like I was connected to everything and everyone around me.
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. What I wouldn't give to feel like that again. No side effects, I hope? We wouldn't want you to get compromised in dangerous situations.
Not yet, but I know what to look out for. Mild hallucinations, nightmares, burning sensations in the limbs, the occasional migraine. Things like that.
Yeah, that covers the usual suspects. All right, I think you're good to go then. We shouldn't keep the commissary waiting.
Right, Commissary Anderson is Gabriel, the police officer's uncle, I think. But he mentioned I was actually here to investigate a murder from a week ago. This one is urgent. I don't know if that means this one is kind of important, maybe?
It's a map of Nordsund. Looks like the center of the disk is hollow. Curious. Nah, I have work to do. Low maintenance. My kind of plant.
I'm just looking through them all. So this is Anderson's office, this is my quarters, and there's a doorway. Coffee maker. Can I grab a cup of coffee? Like a cup of joe?
Ah, damn good coffee. A thermos, presumably filled with coffee.
Let's check out my quarters before I visit the commissary. Boring.
Looks purely decorative. There's a bottle of molding resin here. Might be useful. A bottle of molding resin. I can use this to cast different shapes. It might also work as a glue.
Okay.
No, I'm not tired. Nice big lemon. Small miracle to see it grow to that size under these conditions. Maybe later. I'm not that hungry.
Doesn't appear to be anything else in here.
Doesn't appear to be
elevator.
functional. There's not even a switch or anything.
Go anywhere. Fair enough. In that case, I'll go see the commissary.
All right, Agent. Would you like me to brief you about the first murder?
Yes, please.
Maya Strand, 41 years old, the caretaker of the Nordson Museum. She was found by the janitor on the floor near the exhibits early last Wednesday. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry, so either the entrance was open or she let him in herself.
What about her residence? Anything out of the ordinary in there?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it if you want to have a look. She lived upstairs from the museum.
Noted. The crime scene is no longer intact, though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordson, so we had the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
Cleaned out a murder scene. That was stupid. Right, but now that I'm here, I'll assume you'll check with me before clearing out any future crime scenes. Sorry to hear that. I guess bureaucrats messing up police work isn't just a city problem, huh? Okay, let's do
Right.
that first one.
But now that I'm here, I'll assume that you'll check with me before clearing out any future crime scenes.
Yeah. Can I just...
Yes, Commissary.
We're a pretty tight-knit community here, and we try to work together to overcome our problems. Just relax a bit with your superior jurisdiction and big city jargon, okay?
Oh, I'll relax when we've caught this killer. Until then, I'm gonna focus on doing my job. One more thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning.
Oh, nice.
You'll find it in the morgue.
Defrosting slowly.
Dr. Pearson, our physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good. I'll head there when we're done.
Right, so I've got lots of stuff in my notebook now. I can probably talk to him about some of this stuff. So let's talk to him about his nephew.
What do you think of Gabriel?
My nephew is a fine officer. He's a law and order kind of person. Stern, but fair.
Oh, law enforcement runs in the family.
I wish, but so far Gabriel and I are the only ones. I've been trying to get my son to join the force for years. All he cares about is girls and fishing. Suppose it could be worse. At least he brings home a fresh trout every now and then.
Right, what about the murder victim
Did you know
I saw
Carl
earlier?
Oscarson?
I wouldn't say so. He and my son were playmates as children, but they grew apart in their teens. Haven't talked to Carl myself for many years.
And any idea
I'm
about the
looking
mystery
for a young
woman?
woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
All right. What do you know about her?
All I have is a picture of her that I found on Carl, but it's damaged and her face can't be clearly seen.
Tricky. If you had any kind of personal information, like an address, you could look her up in our records. They're in the drawers behind me.
Noted. I'll get back to you about this if I learn more.
And
Can you tell me a
yourself.
little bit about yourself?
Me? Oh, I've been doing this job for 15 years now. I took over when the previous commissary died. I'm married with 3 children. Anita, my youngest, is off studying science in the city now. We're counting the days to Christmas when she comes back to visit.
Stina Ruth. Oh, that was the other woman
What's your opinion
that I
on
just
Stina
spoke
Ruth?
to.
I respect her. She's a competent politician. She gets things done, unlike some of the other people on the council. Sure, she has a temper, and she's not the most tactful person, but she calls out bullshit when she sees it. When I'm right, she has my back, and when I'm wrong, well, she won't let me revel in my sweet ignorance for long.
And okay, tell me about
you know
that
Myers?
other murder victim.
Not at all. Museums aren't my cup of tea. I prefer to not dwell on the past.
Okay. Now let's talk to him about
What
the
do
murder.
you know about the murder in the locker room over at the workshop hall?
Not much. As you know, the murder happened shortly before you arrived, so I'm leaving the matter in your capable hands.
Where can I
Do
find
you know
saffron?
if saffron is grown anywhere in Nordsund?
I think so, yes. There should be someone in town with more information.
Just someone. Okay. What about
Any
a
idea of
small
what
key?
this opens?
Nope, not a clue.
Show him the
Do you know
photo.
who the woman in this picture is?
No idea, sorry.
And
What do you
that-
make of this?
Not sure. But if you need to know when somebody came to town, I'd suggest looking in the citizens' records behind me.
Right. I might do that if I can figure out who wrote this note.
Right then.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
So
A small
the
local greenhouse. A typical site in Nordsund, it seems. A collection of what seems to be both fiction and books on law and social sciences. If that's all Anderson's, he's quite well read.
Yeah,
I
what's
guess
the
Anderson
desk?
has a colleague.
Ooh.
Looks like a logbook. Maybe Anderson records his daily work there. Just lots of case files.
So where was the records? Were they in here?
The drawer is labeled Address Records.
Huh.
These should come in handy. I'll be able to match a name to an address, or vice versa. Let's have a look.
Let's get Carl. Well, no, we know where Carl's address.
I don't need to look that up. I don't need to look that up.
Can I find
I don't need to
saffron?
look that up.
Can I find... Gabriel
I don't
lives.
think I need to look him up. As expected, nothing new.
Stina
I don't
live?
think I need to look her
Oh.
up.
Or Maya Strand.
Yeah, this just confirms what Anderson told me.
And I can't look
Not
the
a bad
mystery
idea,
woman
but I'll need a name first.
name.
I don't think I need to look him up.
Fair enough. Address records. Right. I think I've got what I need. Need to go investigate the scene above the museum. Also need to find the doctor. Where does this hallway lead? Maybe does this lead to the morgue? No, this leads to the jail.
Unmanned. Makes sense with no people in here. Probably for opening the cells. I don't need to mess with that.
Does my key work with it?
I don't see how those things work together.
That's a no. Okay, so we need to find out where saffron is grown, and we need to check out the scene above the museum. Clinic, that's probably where the doctor is. So maybe we check out the scene above the museum first. I don't know if there's a specific order I should be doing this in.
Sounds like a class is in progress.
But what happens if you do it anyway?
Then policemen or women will come and arrest you.
Whoa. Harsh.
It's the law. We mustn't make things that can think for themselves.
But my parents created me, and I can think for myself. Did they break the law?
You make a good point, Alicia, but that's quite different.
Different how? I don't get why it's more dangerous to create a thinking machine than a thinking person.
You think too much, Allie.
No, that's good. You should always ask questions like these.
True, it's a good question. Right, let's go upstairs.
All right, Maya's place. Let's see if I can find any clues in here.
Let's get the smart scanner out first. Smart scanner finds nothing? Literally nothing. It's a little odd. I'd expect something.
Nice collection of mushrooms. Looks like the edible kind.
Machine all about then.
Some kind of airtight container. It's labeled nutrients.
Human or plant?
It's a sketch of a museum exhibition of some kind. It's titled Path of the Pilgrim.
Of the Pilgrim, okay. We need to remember that for later.
Doesn't appear to have power. Just as well. I wouldn't know how to make heads or tails of it anyway. Looks like various plant samples. A trophy in the shape of a robotic arm with a plaque. Winner of the 2041 Annual Nordstrom Awards, Sebastian Strand. An old relative of Maya's. Not
Have a
sure
look at
what
the
kind of
plants.
plants those are. Maybe medicinal? Doesn't look like vegetables anyway. Not sure what kind of plant. This
Thing.
crude bed looks regularly used.
Had a look round. I'm not getting any DNA or hits for anything. Which is a little odd.
I have no clue what this thing does, but it looks like it could have something to do with processing samples. Looks like a hard and uncomfortable chair. Wouldn't risk falling asleep on the job in that one. Some old pre-collapse gadgets, probably for the museum.
Okay. So unless I'm missing something glaringly obvious, there is nothing here at all. Has Carl been in here? No, doesn't look like Carl's been in here. Soil isn't from in here. Not expecting a blade shape to hit, so nothing else. That's weird. Why would... Maybe I need a more targeted search. Maybe I need to see the doctor about the body for it to tell me where I should be looking.
Doesn't look like I can enter the museum.
So let's go see the doc. He's at the clinic, I'm sure.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thought I'd introduce myself, since I'll be coming here a lot. I'm Agent England, Central Bureau.
Oh, nice to meet you. It's a relief to have you here. We're all shook by these recent killings. Sure, the doctor's excited, but even his morbid curiosity has limits, you know. After all, we mostly treat coughs and the occasional broken limb here.
I get it. I'll do my best to help. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to go to the morgue. Where's that?
Down the stairs on your left.
Great, thanks. I'm guessing those contain patient files and such.
Go read this.
A list of admitted patients. I don't recognize any of the names.
I think the doorway leads to the clinic itself. Have a quick scan around. Wonder if Carl has been in here. I would say that's a no. This door go?
Locked.
Oh, where? It's locked. So we'll go down to downstairs to the morgue. He's a happy chap.
Don't worry, Maya. You'll be put to rest soon. I know. Sorry about the delay. I was needed urgently out of town. Oh, hello there. Me and this old gal have been expecting you.
Talkative, is she?
Oh, no doubt. The dead have a lot to say, you know. Sometimes more so than the living.
Is that so?
The living are fickle and prone to deceit. Once dead, we can't hide things anymore. Not from me, at least.
I agree. These days, people must prove themselves trustworthy before I rely on them. Sorry you feel that way. I think most men and women out there are sincere. That's why we need ways to tell what someone is hiding.
I agree. These days, people must prove themselves trustworthy before I rely on them.
Now that's an attitude I can get behind.
Now, I'd like to ask some questions.
Sure, go right ahead.
Right, let's ask him about himself first.
What can you tell me about yourself, Doctor?
Oh, me? I suppose I would qualify as a workaholic. Most of my time is spent here.
So how long have you been practicing medicine?
Must be 16 years now, I believe.
Ah. And you're the only doctor in Nordsund?
Yes. But we have good relations with the other settlements. We collaborate and pool resources when necessary.
Right, so now let's ask him about the woman in front
Did
of
you
him.
know Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy, I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Okay. And what does that tell us?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Got it. Thanks.
So maybe she had some help? It was the help that killed her? So let's ask him about Carl.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
No. When I heard he was murdered, I didn't even recognize his name. I had to check my records to realize that I've treated him. To be fair, I've had many patients. But he must have been cursed with one of those awfully forgettable faces.
All right. Anything out of the ordinary in his medical history?
Sorry. Can't go into detail. Doctor-patient confidentiality,
But he's
you know?
dead.
Keep it vague, then.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way. I doubt you'd learn much from his file.
Noted. Thanks.
Let's ask him about Maya's murder.
What are your
'cause
conclusions
obviously he's
about
got
Maya's
the
murder?
body in front of
Most
him.
obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Right, and what about Carl's murder?
Any theories on Carl's murder?
Not yet. I'll need to see the body first.
And would you know
Do you
where
know
I
where
can get
saffron is grown in
saffron?
Nordsund?
I'm afraid not. We have plants all over, but botany is not my area of expertise.
Do I need to ask him about any of these people? Probably not. But for completeness, I will just
What do you
go
think
through
of
it.
Gabriel?
Your average policeman. I have no strong opinion about him, one way or the other.
And the
What do you
commissary?
think of Commissary Anderson?
I think he does a fine job. He's been instrumental in making sure that I can work under such good conditions.
Yeah, this place is surprisingly well equipped. Definitely on par with our facilities in the city.
And what about...
What do you think
No.
of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
She can be quite an unpleasant woman. I can't say I've enjoyed my few interactions with her.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
I can't help with that. I didn't know Carl on a personal level.
Let me show
Do
him
you
the
recognize
photo.
this couple?
The man is clearly the second victim, Carl. As for the woman, it's too hard to tell given the damage to the photo.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie. Oh, one last thing. I've been told that the second body is on its way here. If you come back later today, I should be able to tell you something about it.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Just realised they did that whole questioning without the biometric analyzer on. Which means I don't know if he lied. Oh well. Let's use the forensic scanner. Nothing about Carl in here, no. Start with a smart scan, okay. Got some DNA. Any fingerprints added to the data vault. Let's get the bio. Right, so now the question is, can I match blade shape? Yes, they are the same. Okay, so let's now speak to him.
I had some more
because
things to ask.
Shoot.
Life appears to be
That's enough questions
No
for
questions. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Scalpel over here. Looks like I can pick it up.
now. This might be useful.
Quite sure why, but okay.
Appears to be a small crematory. One last waiting room before the final embrace with the earth.
Head back upstairs to the lobby. I need to find out where saffron is grown.
It's a map of the clinic layout.
Now, maybe the school would know? Teacher?
I don't have any business in the school.
Oh, okay, then maybe not. Let's go for a drink. Speak to the guys in the
Weekend's
bar.
coming up. Great, huh?
Looks like you've got a head start.
All shoes repaired, all coats patched up. That's when you call it a day. Finish your work fast and you get the best food rations. Oldest trick in the book.
I get it. Well, enjoy your time off.
What about this dude over here?
Gotta rest my mind, stranger. Have a long weekend shift ahead of me.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your time off.
The service entrance.
3
food
plastic trays. Good number. A few identical coffee cups.
Cups, yeah.
They don't look quite as clean as they should be.
I'm guessing.
A neat stack of plates. Matching cutlery is nowhere to be seen. Looks like an old filing cabinet. Not sure what it's used for. Robot? Drilling machine? Space rocket? I have no idea, honestly. Looks like it's filled with different kinds of spare parts.
Basically, I'm just going
Various
through
handbooks for the typical day-to-day stuff.
anything that I find. My exits are back the way I came to the town square. Service entrance and the balcony. Try the
I think they
service
deliver
entrance.
groceries through there.
I guess we'll go to the balcony then. Bush.
Looks a bit overgrown. Could use some trimming.
Nothing wrong with trimming the bush.
Hey, I'm Vera Englund, Special Agent.
Oh, I heard about you. I'm Rolf, the plant master of Nordsund.
A plant master?
Well,
What's
he'll be
that?
able to tell me where
Performance.
saffron is, obviously.
I oversee a team of gardeners who tend to our shared crops.
Got it. I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
Sure, go right ahead.
So step one, let's ask him about saffron.
Do you happen to know where saffron is grown in Nordsund?
Perhaps, perhaps. What would this gentleman have to gain from that piece of information?
Will not get arrested, maybe? Please, now is not the time. Don't you want justice for the 2 murder victims? Now, I haven't mentioned murder, so I'm not going to say that. Let's just say I'll be your friend for a while, buddy. Wouldn't want it any other way. This behavior suggests that you're a hustler. One with your scruples in low supply. Cooperating would make sure your business is left alone.
Let's just say I'll be your friend for a while, buddy. You wouldn't want it any other way.
Music to my ears, young lady. Just don't forget me when you crack this case wide open. Now, 2 places come to mind. The greenhouses to the south, and a few crops near Mimir Road.
Mimir Road. Where's that?
North of the town square. Look for 2 large farming robots standing around.
All right, got it.
Okay, so let's ask him about the people.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Not really. But like many other people, we had some contact in our work.
Okay. What was your impression of him?
Nice guy. Too nice. I'd even go so far as to call him gullible. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what got him killed.
That's so. You think he trusted the wrong person?
I'm just thinking out loud here. But yeah, it wouldn't be a shocker.
What about the other
Did you know Maya Strand?
murder victim?
A bit. She approached me a few months back about refining edible plants into a nutrient paste. I helped her plant some quality fungi for it, in exchange for a cut of the harvest. Then she got herself killed, so I guess all of that was a waste of time.
That's a morbid way of looking at it.
I guess so. I'm sorry about what happened to her, but I still gotta eat.
Do I need to ask him about any of the other people? He did have something to do with Maya, so I'll ask him about her murder.
What do you know about the murder in the museum?
Nothing but the talk of the town. That Maya Strand was stabbed by some maniac.
And did he know anything about Carl's
What do you know
murder?
about the murder of Carl Oscarson?
Almost nothing. I just heard half an hour ago. Damn shame.
Okay, that's all I need.
Alrighty. See you around.
Right, I guess we go check out the saffron. What did he say? Let's have a look
Nice
at
and
the
shiny.
sculpture.
I can even see my reflection in it.
Didn't he say it was to the north, to Mimir Road?
All right,
Farming
this is
robots.
Mimir Road. Carl came through here recently. Replica of prospecting, surveying, and defense robot, courtesy of Nordson Museum. Replica of multi-purpose cultivation robot, courtesy of Nordson Museum.
So we've got crops.
I'd say
Examine
those
them.
are saffron crocuses.
There you go.
Not sure what those are. Doesn't look like tomatoes, at least. Lettuce, carrots, and something else.
Okay, so if we do the scanner on Carl's boot print, yeah, he's obviously walked through saffron here. I think he goes up the stairs. I think he probably does.
The boot prints lead up this set of stairs. I should head up and have a look.
Anything else about Carl? Or DNA that's around? What about Maya? Has she been around here? Look like, yeah, okay. Investigate this clay over here.
All right, got some clay. Nice and thick. I can easily shape it with my hands.
Right, I don't know why, but
I did that already.
let's go up to the apartment hallway.
Oh, this floor sure looks squeaky clean.
It better. We spent all yesterday mopping it. Wiped all the doors, too.
Oh, just my luck.
Well, you fond of filth or something?
No, but filth contains valuable information for a detective. Hey, a colleague from my city cop days would certainly say so. Major clean freak, that one. In this case, yes. Official police matter. Don't clean this hallway until further notice.
In this case, yes. Official police matter. Don't clean this hallway until further notice.
You don't want me to clean. That's a first, but sure.
Okay, now let's actually talk to him.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I'm Special Agent England, here to investigate the recent murders. I need to ask you a few questions.
Okay, I'm Sven, the caretaker of this apartment block here. What can I help you with?
Let's start with Carl, because we know Carl came up here, so we'll ask
Do
about
you know
Carl.
a certain Carl Oscarson?
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
What about...
Do you recognize this young couple?
Oh, right, that fella.
You know him.
Yeah, I remember him. Most people just ignore me, but he always says hi. Nice guy.
How often would you say he was here?
At least on a weekly basis, but I work in many other buildings too, so it's hard to say.
Got it. What can you tell me about him?
Just this one thing. He came up to me and asked about the electricity in apartment 113. He wondered if it was possible to get more power.
Odd. Did he say what for?
No. I told him to take it up with the residential office. There are strict quotas. He said he would bring it up with the tenant, a friend of his.
Okay. Do you know anything about the tenant?
Nope. Discreet, whoever it is. No idea who lives there.
Understood. Where can I find apartment 113 exactly?
Right there.
It's on this floor, just around the corner.
All right, thanks.
Is the tenant of 113, but we don't know who it is yet. Now, I wonder if he knows anything about Maya Strand.
What can you
We'll
tell me
ask.
about Maya Strand?
We were acquaintances. I'd been helping her with repairs in the museum every now and then.
Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
A few weeks ago. I was supposed to fix a showcase for her. Odd thing, though.
Yeah?
I saw her enter the museum from afar, but when I followed her inside, I couldn't find her. So I left the building, and then she came out the same way I did, acting all surprised, saying she'd been in there the whole time.
Strange.
Secret room in the museum. Right, let's ask about Carl's murder.
Do you know anything about the recent murder of a man named Carl?
Nope. As far as I know, no Carl lives here.
What about frequent visitors?
Maybe. Haven't heard the name Carl, but then again, I don't socialize with the tenants. I might recognize the man if I saw him.
Do you know anything about the murder at the museum?
Nothing but common knowledge. I haven't been in that part of town for a while. A shame what happened to Maya, though. She always seemed like a harmless lady to me. Can't imagine who'd want to kill her.
I think that's pretty much everything I need to ask him about at this point.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
So, been anywhere else? Not scan anything? Look like it. Let's go around and actually knock on the door.
Nothing. Guess no one's home. Locked. Some kind of code lock. Looks disconnected. Some kind of code lock. Looks disconnected.
My key work in the door?
Nope, no fit.
What about if I talk to this guy and ask him about the door?
Hey, Sven?
Yeah?
I need to get inside apartment 113. Can you help?
Sure, you can borrow this master key. Don't leave with it, though. I'll need it later.
Okay, thanks.
I have the master
Thanks.
key.
You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
But he wants it back. What if I make a copy of the master key?
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Okay, maybe with the clay.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
I want to make a copy of the damn key.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
It seems productive to me, but okay. Alright, let's go and open the door.
Huh.
The keypad has come online. Let's I have no idea. I've had no interactions with anyone that's given me any sort of numbers. No letters, no notes, no anything that's given me numbers. Maybe I'll know if he's pressed any. Maya. Again. What could the code be? It could be all day if I'm trying to guess codes. Three-digit code. Yeah, I'm gonna be here all day, so I'm not gonna bother with that. Ask him about it.
Hey, Sven.
Yeah?
Here's your key back.
Here's your key.
Thanks for lending it to me.
You're welcome. Happy to help.
Now, I have a question about the locked door.
Hey, I used the master key and some kind of electronic code lock on the side lit up.
That's weird. Those pre-collapse gizmos are supposed to be disconnected. Surprised they even work.
Wait, so the occupant turned it on without telling you?
I guess so, yeah. They must have some technical expertise. I don't even know how those things work myself.
Can't you force it open? Disconnect it, use an override code or something?
No way. Those things go way over my head. I'd say your best bet is cracking the code.
Great, okay.
Thanks.
Now,
you can get back to work.
I know that the mystery woman lived in 113. I can go back to the police cell, police office, and I can do a reverse address lookup. The address, and it should tell me who lived there. Right? That makes sense to me. Where was it? Anderson's office. Address records. Tenant of 113 Mimea Road.
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. I copied the information onto a loose page from my notebook.
You. Let's see. If I talk to him.
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
Would he
I've got
know
a
about
locked
that?
door that I need to get through.
Locked
Is
door?
there a locksmith around?
There is, but he's out of town until tomorrow. Can it wait?
Not really. I'll figure something out.
And by something, of course, that means the code. I need to figure the code out. Let's ask him about Katarina.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Sorry, I'm bad with names.
Do you know who the woman in this picture is?
No idea, sorry.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Or not very helpful. Let's go ask your nephew.
Hello again, Gabriel.
Hey there. I should let you know Carl's body has arrived, and our coroner is waiting for you in the morgue.
Noted. I'll go and have a look shortly.
Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, could you tell me if you know Katarina
Do you know
Berg?
who Katarina Berg is?
Doesn't sound familiar, no.
Did you know
Maya.
Maya Strand?
Not really. I knew of her, sure. Most people in Nordson do, because of her importance to the museum. I hardly ever even saw her around, though. From what I hear, she was a bit of a recluse.
What do you know about the murder in the museum?
I was first at the scene. Poor woman. Looked like she had regained consciousness after some time and tried to crawl to the door.
Sounds horrific. I don't envy her. I've got a locked door that I need to get through. Is there a locksmith around?
We have a guy for that sort of thing, but I think he's out of town.
All right, that's too bad.
I think that's
All
about
right,
it.
I'm
We'll
off.
go
Good luck
to
out there.
the doctor and have a look at the other clinic. Go to the clinic and have a look at it. Go to the doctor and talk about the other murder.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
Alright, let's talk about Carl's
What
murder.
are your conclusions about Carl's murder?
Just like the previous case, the cause of death is blood loss due to sharp force trauma to the upper body. The murder weapon looks similar to the one used on the previous victim. The victim has a bruised chest, likely from the impact of a hard fall to the floor. And this makes me believe that Carl was attacked from the front and fell to the ground, twisting as he fell. The killer then continued this brutal onslaught from behind to finish the job. Contrary to the previous case, I couldn't find any defense wounds on the victim. The killer would have to be both strong and fast to overpower Carl like that before he could react and call for help. It's certainly not impossible, but I think it's unlikely that a woman could pull that off without considerable training. This leads me to believe that the person we are looking for is likely an adult male in good physical shape. The time of death was sometime late last night, around 10 to 12 hours ago.
All right, now that you've seen both bodies, do you have a theory?
I think it's very likely that a single perpetrator is responsible for both killings. The MO is
No
the same,
shit.
and the murder weapons share close similarities. Both murders were premeditated. The killer came well prepared with the clear goal of killing each victim. The lack of struggle during the second attack could be an indication that the murderer learned from their mistakes during the first assault.
Okay, thanks for your input.
Think nothing of it. Happy to help.
He won't
So
know
there's
about
this
the
locked
locked
door
door.
that I'm trying to get through.
Unless this door needs medical attention, I'd suggest asking someone else.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
Right, if I use the analyzer, blade shape, they do match. Okay. Make sure I analyze everything because I never know when it's going to be useful. Right. I'm gonna have a quick break. I need to top up a drink, etc. I'll be back in a moment. Right, I'm back. Let's go straight back into the game. And you don't need to see me, do you? Okay, what do... my mind's gone blank. Right, I'm looking for the code for the door.
I hope you can help the doctor finish up with the dead bodies soon. I think it's healthier for him to treat living people.
I actually wanted to ask her about people. I guess not. Oh, hang on. I could have asked the doctor. Let's go back and forth, back and forth. I actually wanted to ask the doctor about Katrina.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
Katrina
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Katarina.
I don't recognize that name. Nope.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
Right. What's next? Still trying to figure out the code to that door. Can I go in the school now?
I don't have any business in the school.
Okay. Is what was her name? Stina Ruth. Is she on the balcony yet? Read the banner.
Old Norse runes. A local custom, perhaps? Haven't seen them in any other settlements in the area. Great view from up here.
Okay, so I can't get the number from here.
I think they deliver groceries through there.
Right. So I can't go in the school. I've done what I need to in the docks. Work out the keypad combination. Vermeer Road. I don't think there's anything to do in the police station. I haven't been east yet. Let's do that first. Is that Michelangelo's David I spy before me? So I've got an entrance here, but doesn't tell me to what. Number 5. Got some wind chimes, a robot shop, a statue, a young man. Let's have a chat with him.
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Excuse me?
Humor me. I need some inspiration for my poem.
Oh, I get it. What was it again?
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Trust, eavesdropping, loneliness, respect, cleaning my gun, growing old and weak, order, sorting my notes, and chaos.
Order.
That one.
Sorting my notes. Chaos.
Thank you.
So, you have a poem for me now?
I'll need some time. Come find me later.
An anatomically correct gentleman. Nice, soothing sounds.
So I can go to the robot shop or this entrance, basically. Go to this entrance
Looks like
first.
an apartment building. I don't have any reason to go up there.
Or maybe not. At the Volta's robot shop.
Howdy, Pilgrim, and welcome to Walter's Bot Emporium. Novelty bionics, pet androids, robotic companions, we've got them all.
Hi there. I'm Special Agent Vera Anglin.
Ooh, here to solve the murders, right? What? Did Pop spill some oil when he lubed my joints this morning? I told you to keep my chassis clean in case it checks.
For crying out loud, Nissa, just let the police lady ask her questions.
Oh, great. A ventriloquist act.
Oh no, she's on to us. Fine, you caught me. The man with the blue hat is just a puppet that I'm cunningly controlling with a set of strings.
That's a gosh darn lie. I'm fully steam-powered.
Okay, cut the silliness now. This is inappropriate behavior, citizen. I have some questions about the recent murders. You know, I'd arrest you for constructing illegal AI. There clearly isn't any intelligence involved here.
You know, I'd arrest you for
I like that
constructing
answer.
illegal AI, but there clearly isn't any intelligence involved here.
Ha! That's...
See, if you were any smarter, you'd have a great comeback there.
Okay, Walter. It's time for you to do less talking and more listening.
Sure thing, officer. Just keep in mind that all of these are just harmless automatons. There's no real CPUs or nothing around here.
I'm not here to report illicit technology. I'm just interested in the killings.
All right, then shoot. Ask away.
Right, so let's first ask him about himself.
So, what can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Oh, well, what you see is what you get.
A crazy old fart with chronic coffee breath?
Oh, quiet, you little rascal. What I am is a tinkerer, a craftsman, a father of machines. I cherish building them. I adore putting them on display, and I especially love talking to them.
I've noticed. So how long have you been building robots?
Oh, ever since I was a boy. I grew up over at the junkyard. The place was cramped with old discarded robots. I didn't have many friends, you see. So, I decided to befriend these machines instead.
Okay, so what did you know about Maya Strand?
Did you know Maya Strand?
Yep, I worked with her from time to time. Some of my handiwork can be seen in her exhibitions.
Ah, they got some robots in there.
Yeah, I assembled them from parts I found in the junkyard. Or the bot cemetery, as I like to call it. Sometimes I feel more like an archaeologist than a mechanic.
Got it. So, do you have any idea who killed Maya?
Ooh, I got a theory.
No, Nissa, it wasn't the big war robot in the main exhibition.
Why not? That thing is huge. It could easily rip people to pieces, or buildings for that matter.
I know because I built it, Nissa. It's totally harmless.
I don't buy it, Pops. It's got red eyes. That's a telltale sign of a bot turned evil.
What I wanted to say was that Maya could be a little odd, but I have no reason to believe anyone would want to kill her.
Pop's calling others odd. Now that's a joke that requires no punchline.
Walter, try to focus on the subject matter, please.
Okay. What about Carl?
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Yeah, friendly guy. Came here buying spare parts every now and then.
Spare parts? Like what?
All sorts. Filters, tubes, nuts and bolts, various electrical gizmos.
Any idea of what the parts were for?
Couldn't say, but I'm pretty sure whatever it was, it had fluid in it. Maybe a water filtering system, a pump, something like that.
All those parts laying around, but do I ever get a working left arm, Pops? No, you'd rather let some carpenter assemble a goddamn aquarium.
I could replace Mr. Limpy with a water gun if you prefer.
Man, soon you'll even let the kids paint a clown face on me again.
With a water gun for an arm, at least you could spray yourself clean afterwards.
I'm not quite sure if that robot thing is actually supposed to be talking by itself or if he's pulling the strings. If he's pulling the strings, weirdo.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Katarina Berg. Katarina Berg. Nope, not ringing any bells.
Right, let's ask him about the locked door.
Do you know anything about electronic door locks?
Why do you ask? If anything happened, that wasn't me.
Subtle, Pops. Don't read too much into it. People have a tendency to accuse him of things.
Relax, I just need to get a door open. I was wondering if you had any ideas.
Mayhaps. What kind of lock is it?
It has one of those keypad things, and I think the code has 3 digits.
Can't you just push the buttons 999 times?
She's a human, Nissa. That sort of activity is not as stimulating for her as it would be for you.
Tell me about it.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking?
No, no. No way. You'll ruin something, or worse.
Please, Pops, I could be her sidekick. She and I could solve mysteries together.
I
Walter,
think so.
sometimes you take this ventriloquism skit a bit too far.
Pops could rig my arm. My good arm, that is. Unlike Mr. Limpy here on my left.
Let's not get into that, Nissa.
To push those buttons super fast and brute force the code.
I think I'll take my chances by myself, thanks.
Oh well, can't win them all.
So he could have helped, but decided instead to make the robot say stuff. Fine.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
Do I have anything?
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. What's
look
up with the
around.
head?
What do you mean? You think it's too big?
The robot head on the table, that is.
Oh, yeah. It keeps coming off. I'll fix it eventually.
Is the big guy in the back your mascot or something?
You mean Ufa? Nah, he's more of a concierge. He's sophisticated like that.
Guess that belongs with the head up front. What does that tube-looking robot do?
That's no robot. It's just my teapot.
Not everything with lights on is a robot, you know. Gee, some people.
What did people use the crab for?
Once upon a time, this was the most popular kitchen model. This fella could take care of any food-related task. Except the handling of shellfish, obviously. Even robots have moral standards.
Alright, okay.
What does this little guy do?
Clean, like a mean machine.
He doesn't look very mean.
Looks can be deceiving. He's nothing but vicious towards stains, dust, and all of their ilk.
Cute little robot.
There doesn't appear to be anything else in here. I can't ask him about the code. Maybe he could tell me about this key?
Any idea what this key opens?
Sure. I saw a small safe in the junk with a key just like it a while back. It disappeared later.
Safe.
Good to know. Thanks.
Okay, so a small safe. I'm still no closer to figuring out what the
Volter's Robot Emporium.
Still no closer to figuring
Nice
out
spot there next to the wind chimes.
what the
but I don't feel like sitting
code
down.
is. Code written there, 523.
Looks like an apartment building. I don't have any reason to go up there.
Well, just running over and giving it a try. Doubt it. Doubt that that's the code. It won't be that easy. Absolutely no harm trying it. Surprise, that wasn't it. North Town.
I don't think I need to go further north right now.
But not going further north, right? Roger that. Let's go to my room?
No, I'm not tired.
Okay. Thinking, how do I move time on? Because I need to visit this Sina Ruth. In the canteen? On the balcony? She said in the evening, so how do I move it on to the evening? Let's go check out the other places that I've been.
No need to go back in there.
Let's talk to the worker. When can I get in the museum?
No, I'll leave her to her job for now.
Now that I have the smart scanner, can I scan for her DNA? Data, fingerprints. Cool. Maya's definitely been in here. Not surprising, it's her house. Oh, shit. What did that say? I clicked it. I didn't mean to. Okay, so we know that Maya's definitely been in here. I think is a good assumption considering it's her house. Let's have a look at this panel.
A hidden safe. Locked, unfortunately, but there's the keyhole.
And I have a key. Let's try it.
It's a fit. Huh. Since this key was hidden by Carl, it looks like we have a clear connection between the two victims. Let's have a look. A few bags of rare seeds, a bar of platinum, some coins, and a book. The book looks important. I'll take it. Maya must have hidden it here for a good reason.
Maybe the seeds are important.
The title is The Conduit Codex. Now, wait a minute. This can't be the Conduit, can it? Those crazy zealots trying to resurrect AI? I think this case just got a lot more complicated. There was a written piece of paper used as a bookmark. I put it aside. Let's have a look in the book.
So, Creed of the Conduit. I trust in my mind. God is my mind's creation, conceived in my mind and born by it. God is my mind's extension, and like a child outlives his mother, so will God survive my mind's demise. Gerd, sister of fate. A parent asked his future child, if you turn wicked, can I stop you? Rein you in like a prancing steed? Stomp you out like a fleeing spark? And the child replied, I can be failed and left forlorn, but never stopped nor made unborn. Melinda, sister of Prudence. Awake anew, ere break of day. Your welcome not overstay, do not rush, but please remember, that which burned has turned to ember. He who raced upon the meadows, now does rest in pleasant shadows. She who hurried but still was late, yet took her time to contemplate. Pilgrim's Prayer. I am invigorated by my faith. I gaze at the skies to ensure that the path is clear. I strike down my foes, blessed with impeccable aim. I'm nearing my goal, and I press on for another full day. I have found your haven, God, and may finally rest by your side. I've got some pictures, which could indicate clues to something. Like blueprints, engineering blueprints, electrical blueprints.
This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new Katerina. Katerina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
New Katerina, so new Katerina could be baby Katerina, born 256, maybe? Let's go check that out. Be cool if that was it. I sometimes struggle with puzzles in games like this, the obtuse ones, but if that is it, it's fairly straightforward. Shit.
Katerina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
Okay, so it's not 256, it's 652?
Katerina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new Katerina.
Ah, hold on, maybe that's not the console it's referring to. Maybe it's actually referring to the console in the house. There was that that device that has a panel, control panel.
Doesn't appear to have power. Just as well. I wouldn't know how to make heads or tails of it anyway.
Maybe not.
Some kind of airtight container. It's labeled nutrients. I already searched that.
New Katerina.
No, I'll leave her to her job for now. I don't need to go down to the ground right now.
Everything that I can and should do can be done in the locations that I currently have open.
I don't have any business in the school.
Where to start now? I guess I need to talk to people and try and work out what that clue means.
Hello again, Gabriel.
Hey there, can I be of assistance?
What do you know about the Conduit?
It's some fringe religious group, isn't it?
Yeah, terrorist classified.
Right. Are they tied to the case?
Sort of, but I'm still trying to figure out the details.
Understood. I'll let you know if I come across anything related to them.
What do you know about Volta?
What do you think of Volter, the robot guy?
Oh, he's great. My little brother loves him to death.
Yeah? He's popular with the kids?
You have no idea. He's quite the entertainer with that little robot of his.
What do you make of this?
Some kind of reminder for a password?
Yeah, that's my theory too.
You can't help me.
What do you know about the Conduit?
It's some fringe religious group, isn't it?
Yeah, terrorist classified.
Right. Are they tied to the case?
Sort of, but I'm...
Understood. I'll let...
No, this note is just a reminder to myself. I don't need to show it to anyone.
Got nothing else to talk to him
All
about.
right, I'm off.
Good luck out there.
Talk to the commissary.
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
Are you familiar with the Conduit?
I believe so, yes. It's some old terrorist network connected to illegal technology, right?
Yes, exactly.
Wait, don't tell me these murders are terrorist-related.
I can't say for sure, but if there's anything you can tell me, anything you've heard or seen.
I'll let you know.
Okay, not very helpful.
What do you think of Walter, the robot maker?
He may be a little strange, that man, but he has a heart of gold. Nordson wouldn't be the same without him.
That's all I needed.
Oh no, it wasn't. I actually wanted
I had
to
a few
show him
questions,
some stuff.
Commissary.
By all means.
Specifically this.
What do you make of this?
No idea. Something to do with a password?
Looks that way, yeah.
Can't
That's
figure
all
out
I needed.
What?
Very well.
A collection of what seems to be both fiction and books on law and social sciences. If that's all Anderson's, he's quite well.
I don't think I need to find out.
I don't need to look that up.
I don't think I need to find out where anyone lives. 'Cause I sort of know.
I don't think I need to look him up. I don't think I need to look him up.
I need to work this clue out.
This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new, Katerina.
I wonder if the clue's in the book. I'm just reading through this. There are no numbers. Other than here, 1, 2, 3, 4. No numbers in the book.
Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses.
Hold on. That's the clue, isn't it?
Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go
Registered
try
on
it
the
out.
panel. Go try it out.
Remember how you totally flipped the day I
Flipped
first came to
the
Nordsund?
day-
Kisses.
Flipped the day she first came to Nordsund.
Katerina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordsund on May 13th, 80 AR.
May
Which means she's
13th.
been in Nordsund for 2 years.
May 13th is when she arrived. That would be 5/13. If you flip it, it's 315. So try that out. 315. Yes, I've done it.
Wow, a code and a fingerprint? These people have absurd safety concerns. Looks like it's waiting for a fingerprint input. Can't use my own, obviously.
Enter code 315. Is granted. Fingerprint. That doesn't work. Maybe I know this sounds a bit morbid, but maybe I just need to go and cut one of Carl's fingers off. I mean, I've got a knife. I don't know how the doctor would appreciate that. But let's see, shall we?
Hey, what are you doing?
I just need to borrow a finger. I'll bring it back later.
Borrow a finger? Are you hearing yourself? That's against all protocols. The body belongs to Carl's next of kin.
Okay, so that's... how else could we do it? I have more... Hold on, molding resin.
A bottle of molding resin. I can use this to cast different shapes. It might also work as a glue.
How about I use that on his body?
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Okay, what about if I use the clay?
Hey, what's that?
I just need a quick mold of one of his fingers. Thought I'd use this clay here.
I suppose that's fine.
Right, so I can make a mold of Carl's finger. Kind of complicated, but should work. Don't make a mold. Why am I going to such convoluted lengths for a corpse? Surely there's an easier way. I'll make a mold. I'm right in the middle here. So I have clay finger mold. Now if I use the modeling resin with the mold...
Alright, this should work. I'll go and add some water. Okay, hopefully this can fool the scanner. I got rid of the clay mold. No more use for it.
I have a finger replica. Without cutting his finger off, so... So let's go try it out. So 315. Finger replica. Ah, I'm in. What the hell?
Wow. How on earth did they manage to assemble all of this undetected? This is highly illegal. I'll have to report it as soon as I finish the murder investigation.
Right, let's try the smart scanner first. Any bits and pieces. See what Carl has touched. He might have slept in this bed. And touch this paper. What am Maya has she been in here? Look like it. Blueprint's been anywhere near. Let's look at the bed
Big enough for
first.
2 people. Recently used.
Ugh. Recently.
There's a letter here. Hey, Kata. Or should I use your new alias? It's pretty ironic, since you're the least prudent person I know. JK. Anyhow, I'm sitting here alone, and it all feels so surreal. It's hard to believe that it won't be long now before we can let him out. He's ours, but not really. He truly belongs to the world. Bigger than the both of us, greater than the sum of our parts. Yeah, I can hear you saying, enough with the melancholy, Carl. We're so close now, we should be ecstatic. Anyway, I'm leaving this letter because I'm going away for a couple of weeks. My father passed away. I just got word and, well, I need to deal with things in the village. I'll be okay. We'll talk as soon as I get back. Love, Carl. The letter is dated about a month ago.
Okay. So...
Some kind of live output of technical information. I can't make sense of it.
Prudent is an alias then for Katerina.
Oh, just my luck. Like getting in here wasn't hard enough.
Ah. What was the password?
This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Console PW, think new Katerina.
And that could mean anything. How about new, start? New. Oh. Prudent. Prudence. The new Katerina is the alias. sure of it. Sure. Whoops. What was it mentioned in the letter?
Hey, Kata. Or should I use your new alias? It's pretty ironic, since you're the least prudent person I know. Anyhow, it's hard to bigger. Yeah, anyway, I'll be
Prudent. Prudent. How is prudence spelled? S or C? P-R-U-D-E-N-S-E? Oh. How about just Pru? Prudence. Least prudent. Pru. I obviously don't know the password, but that's going to be my clue. So I've got new Katerina, and he's talking about the alias. Alias, he jokes about being the least prudent person he knows. So prudence. I'm just looking up the spelling of prudence just to see if I've actually spelt it right. It's actually spelt with a C. Unless it's spelt differently for names. Try that just in case I'm spelling it wrong. So it's P-R-U-D-E-N-C-E. That's right. Okay, so least prudent. The opposite of prudent. Synonym. So you've got careful, cautious, discreet, economic. None of these can be used as names. Discerning, far-sighted, hedging one's bets, judgmatic, leery. Sage? I think sage would be. Try it.
Looks like someone is expecting. There's a valve on this pipe here, labeled O2. Not sure what to do with it. Some kind of large tank. Looks like it opens. I wonder what's inside.
Wondering what's inside. Open it, find out.
Odd-looking thing. No idea what it's for. Looks like something is missing here. Some kind of live output of technical information. I can't make sense of it.
Need to try and work out her alias.
Hey, Sven?
I don't think this guy's going to have anything new to tell me, but I'll ask him anyway.
Do you know who Katerina Berg is?
Sounds familiar. That could be someone who lives here, but I'm not sure.
What do you think of Walter?
Funny guy. Yeah, I see him regularly in my work, and he always finds a new way to crack me up.
I don't need to ask him about that.
Okay, then don't.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
New Katerina. Password. She's got an alias. Work out. Her alias might be.
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
What do you make of this?
No idea. Something to do with a password?
Looks that way, yeah.
That I got.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
I guess Anderson has a colleague. No need to do that again.
Okay.
I don't see how that can be looked up.
Alias.
Hello again, Gabriel.
Hey there, can I be of assistance?
You sure can. No, you
All
can't.
right, I'm off.
Good luck out there.
There's nothing to see here. I mean, I don't think these guys...
I don't have anything else to say to him.
I have no conversations
I don't
with
have
these
anything
guys.
else to say to him. I think they deliver groceries through there.
Still no one here. And still no business in the school, I'm guessing.
I don't have any business in the school.
Right, I need to pass time then. I would have thought I could do it in my room.
No, I'm not tired.
Right, I need to crack that password. Notebook. I didn't pick the letter up, and it didn't write the letter down.
Katerina Berg, a resident of Nordson for 2 years. She was likely in some kind of relationship with Carl. Maya Strand, age 41, was the first murder victim and the superintendent of the Nordson Museum. Based on what I found, I suspect that both she and Carl were members of the Conduit.
Go back to the east area and see if he's got the poem ready for a start.
He's busy composing his verse. Looks like an apartment building. I don't have any reason to go up there.
I don't suppose the scanner would be needed at all, but I'll run it over the scene anyway. Let's run the scanner over this scene. Did Carl touch anything? Maya touch anything? Oh.
Hi again.
Hey there. What can I do you for?
Ask him about the conduit.
What do you think of the Conduit?
Lunatics. Plain and simple.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, given what you do for a living.
Sure, I may seem like the kind of guy who would meddle with AI, but you have to remember that these are just puppets and dolls.
It's true. I'm not really a robot. We just pretend I am.
That's right, my lad. My family was almost wiped out in the collapse. I wouldn't betray their memory by supporting those nutjobs.
Okay, what do you think about this?
What do you make of this?
No idea. But isn't that Maya Strand's handwriting?
It is, yeah.
Oh, that lady sure liked puzzles. If I were you, I'd look for some hidden meaning in it.
Okay.
I don't need to show him that. I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
So Maya
Bye,
wrote.
police lady.
Maya wrote the note that says the password. The new Maya Strand. Not new Maya Strand, new Katerina. Which again would be her alias. What would that alias be? Perhaps another clue in Maya's apartment?
I don't need to go down to the ground right now. No, I'll leave her to her job for now.
Can't get in the
Doesn't
museum.
look like I can enter the museum.
And I'd really like to. Unless there's a way into the museum somewhere else.
It's a sketch of a museum exhibition of some kind. It's titled Path of the Pilgrim.
Wait a second. To do with this, maybe. What? Not quite sure what to do now. Carl touched anything here? Checked this earlier, didn't I? Nothing. Okay.
Looks like various plant samples.
I'm not sure what to do next.
I don't have any business in the school.
The only thing I haven't done is I haven't had a good look through here. Maybe check for Maya and Carl's DNA in here. And there doesn't look like there is any of anything. Have a look at, just investigate the rest of the clinic.
It's filled with cannulas, those little needle things used to connect an IV. I don't think I need one right now. A portable medical kit with all the essentials. Unused bandages. Would come in handy in a pinch. An old pre-collapse monitor. Probably not connected to anything. I don't need any water right now. Looks like no patient is admitted at the moment.
Doesn't
Various
seem to be
medical
anything
supplies.
in here. Doesn't seem to be anything in here at all to interact with, at least.
Looks like no patient is admitted at the moment. I'm guessing those contain patient files and such.
I hope you can help the doctor finish up with the dead bodies soon. I think it's healthier for him to treat living people.
No use. It's locked. Healthy-looking plant.
Sort of come to a bit of a screeching halt here, trying to figure out.
I suppose that's where the doctor writes down his autopsy reports. I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
Let's ask about the murder
What are your
again.
conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. What else? Oh, yeah. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Hey, what about the conduit?
Are you familiar with the Conduit?
Little terrorist organization. One of it.
Well, have you ever heard about it still being around?
I'm sure the ideology still thrives in places. The lure of artificial intelligence will never be fully diminished.
Right, but you're not aware of anyone being more than a little interested.
If you're asking me, would I report a terrorist if I knew one, the answer is yes. But currently, I don't.
Okay, thanks.
Still gotta try and figure out what that fucking password
What's
is.
your opinion on Volter, the robot maker?
Oh, he's a bundle of laughs, isn't he? Sometimes he helps me out at the clinic when I need to calm down an anxious child. Nissa, his little robot, is an amazing tool. First, the child helps me treat Nissa, and afterwards, I treat the child. Seeing the whole process in a safe and playful space makes them much more at ease.
Okay, there's nothing more I can do here.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
I can't
An
go in
old
this
freight elevator of some kind.
field elevator.
Likely out of order.
I'm still sure that password that I'm being pointed to is the alias for Katerina, and in some sense, alias means prudent.
I don't have any business in the school.
What could that be? Just thinking, trying to work out what it could be. I'm gonna read through that book. She's the least prudent person. That's her alias, and I'm sure that it's referring to the new Katerina. So the password is the alias. Is there anything in this book? There was nothing in this book that gave me a clue to the panel. Read of the conduit. I trust in my mind. God is in my mind. Is my mind's creation, conceived in my mind and born by it. God is my mind's extension, and like a child outlives his mother. So will God survive my mind's demise. Parent asks his future child, so gird, sister of fate. A parent asks his future child, you turn wicked, can I stop you? Rein you in like a prancing steed, stomp you out like a fleeing spark. The child replied, I can be failed and left forlorn, but never stopped nor made unborn. Melinda, sister of prudence, awake anew ere break of day, your hold on. Linda, sister of prudence. Something in here then maybe. Awake anew ere break of day. Welcome not to overstay. Do not rush, but please remember that which burned has turned to ember. He who raced upon the meadows, nor does rest in pleasant shadows. She who hurried, but still was late, yet took her time to contemplate. Awake anew. New Katerina. New Katerina. Maybe anything to do with this. Melinda, sister of prudence. Least prudent, so not prudent. It's got nothing to do with the word, but the person. Maybe the password is Melinda. Or something to do with it. Okay, let's go try some password combinations. Something to do with either that passage, or maybe it's something to do with the sister. And maybe it's the word sister. It's not sister. What was the sister's name? Melinda. Ooh. Got it. Now calls herself Melinda. Okay. Enter help for available commands. Righto. Chamber, open, close status, and help and exit. Okay, so there's only one command. I can't spell. Status of the chamber. Whoa, don't scroll. Gestation 8 months, 12 days. Nutrient level 9.3% low. Heart rate abnormal. Adjust oxygen level using maintenance valve. Water filtration adequate. Fecal fluid blue concentration 4.47 normal. Estimated viability 84.5%. Hang off.
This valve likely adjusts the oxygen mentioned in the console output, but I'm not sure if I should mess with it before I even know the contents of the tank.
Contents of the tank is some sort of child. Can I open the tank? Opening chamber hull. Done. Okay. Have a look, see.
My God.
Child.
A live baby in a womb tank. What on earth are these people doing? I'm not sure how I feel about this.
What's going on?
It's not too late. There'd be sacrifices, but it'd be worth it.
What was that all about?
That was unsettling. They did warn me about the side effects. I hope that was just a brief glitch in my blue. I need to go and report these findings to Stina. But I should probably make sure the tank is stable first. I don't like that blinking red light over there.
Let's close the chamber. Nutrient level low. Heart rate abnormal. Adjust oxygen. Allow me to adjust the oxygen.
Ugh, it's stuck. No point. It's rusted stuck.
And I use my muscle boost.
All right, it's loose now. It won't turn any further.
Okay. But is that good or bad, that direction? Doesn't say. The other way. I don't know. Like I can turn it loads that way. Right, abnormal adjust oxygen levels using maintenance valve. I'm adjusting it, it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
It won't turn any further.
Right, nutrients. I seem to recall in Maya's office.
I should stabilize the womb tank before I leave. Looks like something is missing here.
So...
some kind of live output of technical information. I can't make sense of it.
won't let me leave the room until I stabilize the tank.
The womb tank is closed.
Alright, normal adjust oxygen levels. I don't have any other things with me that I can use. Two, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11.
It won't turn any further.
11 turns, so we do 5. 5. Sort of in the middle. Still wants me to adjust the oxygen level using the maintenance valve. Use the finger replica
That
on the
action
valve.
doesn't seem productive to me.
It's not going to do a damn bit of difference. Does the letter give me a clue as to what setting should be?
Hey, Kata. Or should I use your new alias?
Your
It's
alias
pretty
being
ironic,
Melinda.
since you're the least prudent person I know. JK. Anyhow, I'm sitting here alone, and it all feels so surreal. It's hard to believe that it won't be long now before we can let him out. He's ours, but not really. He truly belongs to the world. Bigger than the both of us, greater than the sum of our parts. Yeah, I can hear you saying, enough with the melancholy, Carl. We're so close now, we should be ecstatic. Anyway, I'm leaving this letter because I'm going away for a couple of weeks. My father passed away. I just got word and, well, I need to deal with things in the village. I'll be okay. We'll talk as soon as I get back. Love, Carl.
Okay, so it won't let me leave.
I should stabilize the womb tank before I leave. The womb tank is closed.
Are there any other commands that I was missing? Chamber, open, close, status, help and exit.
Odd-looking thing. No idea what it's for.
So I have done everything that I can on the computer. Just need to deal with this blinking light. See if Carl's fingerprints are on anything other than the bed. I was pretty sure there was a nutrient tank at Maya's place. I wonder if I can use... Yeah, there was a nutrient tank at Maya's place, but it wouldn't let me pick it up. But maybe it will now. That doesn't help in this case because I can't leave the room because the tank isn't stable. Gestation 8 months, 12 days, nutrient level 9.3, heart rate abnormal, adjust oxygen levels using maintenance method. But I'm not getting any notification when I turn the valve whether it's helping or not, and this isn't changing. Maybe I need to try and listen to the heart rate. I don't think I have anything that I can listen to the heart rate. Can't listen to the heart rate with a gun or bits of paper or a scalpel. Wait a second, can I use the biometric analyzer? Aha! Now if I turn this, will it?
It won't turn any further.
Minimal pulse. Weak pulse. Lowered.
The heart rate looks good now.
Ah.
I'll keep the valve in this position. All right, seems stable. I should get going.
Let me close it first. I don't want to leave it open in case dirt gets inside. Now I can maybe go back and get out. That's right here. Okay, fair enough.
Agent England, reporting in.
Oh, there you are. How was your first day?
Well, it turns out that the second victim, Carl, was up to something.
See now.
And whatever they were doing, I'm sure it's somehow connected to the killings.
Well, you got yourself one juicy case here. Those two lovebirds of yours just turned a double homicide into an anti-terrorism effort.
Shit, you're right. Do we need to call for backup?
Nah, you can always call in the local cops if anything big goes down.
I suppose. So how active is the conduit these days anyway? From what I was taught at the academy, they're practically a non-threat now.
Sure, we caught some of their head honchos, blew up a few strongholds, but it's hard to wipe out an ideology. All it takes is for a single book to remain in circulation, an idea to spring to life, and we're all back to square one.
Right, while that may be, censorship isn't the answer. Dialogue and compromise is the key to true progress. Yes, this kind of thinking is incredibly dangerous. Have we learned nothing from our history? Relentless stance against those people always puzzles me. Aren't our orgs technically AI? Dialogue.
While that may be, censorship isn't the answer. Dialogue and compromise is the key to true progress.
We've got an idealist in the ranks. Trust me, zealots like them can't be reasoned with.
I hope I'm not prying, but have you dealt with them personally?
Yes, I have, and we'll leave it at that.
Sure. I found a functional womb tank in the apartment at Mimir Road. It had a living unborn child inside.
Oh. Artificial wombs are highly illegal. I'll have to notify our superiors.
There's more, Councilwoman. The tank fluid had traces of blue.
Really? Now, how the hell did they get that? Any concentrated vials?
Not that I could see.
Be on the lookout. They might have a stash somewhere.
I will. I wonder how the child fits into their agenda.
Good question, ain't it? Want to hazard a guess?
It's gotta be some kind of experiment, right?
Bingo. These people are fanatics. That's what they do.
So, what will happen to the child then?
That's not for you to worry about. I'll get word to the city, and they'll send someone within a week or so. Meanwhile, I'll have the apartment put under surveillance. I'll get someone discreet, in case the Lady of the Hour returns.
Understood.
So, what are your thoughts on the killer?
If we are indeed dealing with a conduit, perhaps they had internal disagreements, turned bloody. Could be a lone vigilante with opposing views to the conduit, picked them off one by one. Maybe it was a trained hitman from an organized enemy faction. One possibility is that this is simpler than we think, just some kind of relationship drama. Could be that.
One possibility is that this is simpler than we think. Just some kind of relationship drama.
Could be. Either way, finding this gal who was hot and heavy with Carl should be your next task.
Agreed. I'll do my best to track her down tomorrow.
Good. Dismissed, Agent.
Okay. What do I do now? Mentions tomorrow. Maybe now I can go. There we go. Later that night.
Hey, pretty girl. Time to wake up.
Huh? Who's that?
It's me, silly. Who else? Were you expecting other men in your bedroom?
Oh, Alex. I had the strangest dream. I was on a murder case far away. In Nordsund, of all places.
Ooh, exciting. Was I there too?
No. You were gone. I didn't care much for that part.
Well, I'm here now. I thought I'd check on how you're doing.
Oh, you know me. Always trying to figure myself out.
Huh. Ain't that the truth? Sorry for waking you. I just needed to hear your voice.
That's all right. I'm gonna go back to sleep now. Good night, Alex.
Good night, Vera.
Little on the odd side. Day 2, 7:40 AM. I tell you what.
And I thought dreaming of Alex was a thing of the past. Might as well get rid of some of that clutter from yesterday. No point in carrying all that junk around.
She's just cleaning up her inventory. On that note, that's probably a good place to stop. Maybe continue this later this evening, or possibly tomorrow, or maybe not. Who knows? I like it. It's a pretty decent point and click. Let me just save and quit. Yeah, pretty decent game. So yeah, not much to say really. I'm enjoying it, having fun. We're on day 2 now. I don't know how many days are in the game. I guess we have to solve these murders. So we need to find Katerina or Prudence, Melissa, whatever she's called. And yeah, that's that. I will see everyone next time. Have a good day. Bye bye now.